Now, listen, you guys, one thing about the media is if you pay enough attention, you could always see the propaganda and the manipulation. Because tell me why right now the Tidal Swindlers team is coming through with a statement from his BI admitting that they might have had the opportunity to talk to Jane Doe. Jane Doe, who was supposed to be anonymous. Well, just yesterday, Charlamagne came out here shouting, "Oh my God, how could Jay-Z know you because you sued as Jane Doe? He doesn't know you." Like, where are you today now, Charlamagne, when statements like this come out? We're going to be talking about that. And we're also going to be talking about Rose and Joseline. It seems like things are getting actually serious because Joseline is now being accused of doing the unthinkable. And we're also going to be discussing about Nicki Minaj and this entire acting thing, as well as Kanye West having a message about Drake. And meanwhile, LeBron James, I don't know what he's trying to do because now it does seem like he's trolling or he's showing love to Drake. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello tea lovers and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing, and without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about the Tidal Swindler and the statement that allegedly is coming from the PI. Now, for those of you who do not know, the lady that was accusing Jay-Z and the Diddler of doing the unthinkable decided to do so anonymously and basically filed as Jane Doe. And it seems like somehow Jay-Z's people were able to find who Jane Doe is. And they came out saying that Jane Doe admitted that, she was lying on Jay-Z and things like that. And initially when Jane Doe had expressed that, well, there were some men that were being sent her way to intimidate her, to basically pose as government agents or like official people and stuff like that. People came out here and said that Jane Doe is lying because Jay would never do anything like that and stuff like that. And when also recently she said that these people intimidated me into saying whatever I said, a lot of your favorite media platforms and personalities were out here pushing the agenda and the narrative that Jane Doe was lying because she sued as Jane Doe. So how come she's now saying Jay-Z was intimidating her? And if you think I'm lying, let me instead what just happened yesterday when Jane Doe was talking about the intimidation that she faced. There's one actual radio DJ who came out here saying that it doesn't make any sense because how does Jay-Z know you? And I'm just like, Charlamagne, sometimes it's okay to keep your bowed head quiet because now you look like a clown. Let me insert what Charlamagne had to say yesterday on the Breakfast Club, and then I'll catch you guys after that.
Jane Doe, on behalf of Jane Doe, her attorneys go and they file a response, their own suit, not their own suit, I'm sorry, they file a response. And they're saying that she, in this response filed, she sticks by her story. And she's saying that she is intimidated and that she is terrified.
How? Don't nobody even know who you are.
Well, in this new legal doc that was obtained by TMZ, she says that Jay-Z was trying to bully her into saying the accusations are bogus. The woman is claiming that she was recently approached outside of her home and cornered by two people who told her they were investigators working for one of Jay's lawyers. She then claims that people tried to get her to sign an affidavit stating that against Jay-Z were false, but she refused. The woman also claims that the alleged investigators asked her if Tony Busby sought her out as a client and offered her money to pursue the false claims against Jay-Z. Both these allegations she has denied in these documents, and she claims the alleged confrontation led her to be intimidated and terrified, wondering how they found her and her identity, and because she had remained anonymous in all of the media reports in the legal proceedings.
So she's saying that they found her?
Yes. The woman even claims her parents were approached by two investigators asking similar questions about Busby in the story. Now, again, this is the same woman from back in 2000, but this back and forth all went down yesterday.
Didn't the same dad say he doesn't remember driving his daughter and he would remember that because the drive is such a long drive?
100%. But she is claiming that her parents were approached by the two investigators asking similar questions about Busby and But to your point, Envy, back in that was the NBC interview that this accuser did. Back in that interview, she did. Her father did say that was 5 hours from the home. He would remember picking her up after that incident, and he did not remember. So, all of this back and forth, and I don't know where this ends because it seems like whoever Jay's team spoke to, this woman is completely saying something different when she gets with her attorneys. But I will say that in Jay's filing, they also did ask for her to remain anonymous or whatever because of different like mental things that she's dealing with. It, whatever is happening behind the scenes here, I think that this, to me, just an opinion, this woman doesn't seem competent to withstand anything legally. And stories keep changing, and we saw that. We heard her do that in NBC story. So I don't know why anyone wouldn't back off of this.
Well, the case has been dismissed already, right?
Yeah, that case has been dismissed and it can't be brought back up. But now, because Jay-Z is suing them, you know what I mean, for everything that they took him through,
as he should.
They're trying to fight back against that. So
Well, there you heard that, you guys. And so, yeah, people are now finding it interesting that Jay-Z had contact with somebody who supposedly filed anonymously. And people are now beginning to feel like, well, is this some form of intimidation? Are you really innocent? Because if you're innocent, why are you going outside of the courts to investigate this woman, to send these people to this woman? And what evidence does your PI have? Did they record her? Did they what did they do? Is it just their word against his? And it's really actually making him look worse, in my own opinion. If this was supposed to be a situation where this would be able to clear him, it's not looking like that at all. It's actually using power to silence someone, or using power to coerce someone into saying what they don't mean. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this. Do you think that the title swindler is innocent in this case, or do you think that it's actually beginning to look fishier by the day? It's crazy, you guys. It's crazy what people with money can get away with and can do, and how the media is so quick to defend who they think is powerful. Because, I mean, you cannot tell me the conviction that Charlamagne had and the tone of dismissal that this man had is interesting. You would almost believe that he has all the facts. Meanwhile, he's just pulling it out of his behind because we're supposed to rally behind the title swindler. Now, I can only imagine how many more victims. I don't know if this girl is an actual victim, but just the mere fact that they are private investigators going to her and the media is saying no such thing could happen because you filed anonymously. And Jay-Z comes a day later with a statement from the PI admitting that, in fact, his people got into contact with Jane Doe. The fact that the media, even up to now, can still ignore that is interesting to me. But anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about, still speaking about allegations. One thing about Shannon Sharpe is when you go to his podcast, trust me, I don't know what he puts in the water or whatever he serves you there, but a lot of times people just say the things that are just unthinkable. Like, a lot of times, yeah, it's always a controversy related to a Shannon Sharpe, podcast, because Amber Rose was at that podcast this time, and what she revealed about Joseline, if you guys don't know, back when they were on College Hill, they had a little bit of, a fight and stuff like that, and, the narrative there was that, Joseline and Amber were fighting because of the R word, the R thing, saying that Amber Rose didn't regard herself as a black woman and was the other word and stuff like that. So it does seem like Joseline is out, Amber Rose is out there changing the narrative and is accusing Joseline of doing the unthinkable. She said that Joseline was trying to be her because, to be word her, I mean the one that ends with a Y, because she had declined her advances, and so that's when she decided to turn it into this entire conversation and stuff like that. And I'm just looking at Amber like, wow, those are interesting and shocking revelations. But let me insert you guys so that you hear for yourself what Amber Rose had to say.
Joseline Hernandez fight. You guys make up?
No.
Damn! Tell us how you really feel.
Forever. Kurt. She's a dumb, stupid.
Oh Lord, come on, Lord.
She's an ignorant, and I don't think about her, but I just don't like her. There's no reason to forgive her.
What led to this? Why was it like this? How did it become so contentious?
You know, I never said this, Shannon. I'm gonna say this on your show,
okay,
and I'm gonna give the truth to the world, to the internet. Okay.
Okay.
Joseline Hernandez was trying to have sex with me. The whole time I was on College Hill, she was in my ear. She was saying, just give me a chance one time, you know, but if you cool with it, we can do it in front of my husband. But if not, like, it could just be me and you. And at first I was nice. And I said, I'm flattered. It's just not my thing.
Right.
Right? I was very gentle.
Right.
In my ear again, coming over, like having a dress on and going like this, bending over, a coochie out.
What?
Yes. And it was loud.
Did you tell her, like, look, I like the Arm& Hammer?
I did. She knew that.
Okay.
She knew that. I'm a heterosexual woman.
Yeah.
I don't like that stuff.
Heavy on the hetero.
Heavy on the hetero.
Okay.
So, you know, it's Joseline. She bending over, showing me her vagina, and I'm laughing. I'm like, girl, you crazy.
If you was a man, you'd be attracted to that, but you're not attracted. That's not your thing. Okay.
Joseline's a beautiful girl.
Yes.
An idiot, but she's a beautiful girl, right? I'm not going to deny that. So anyway, when I had respectfully declined on numerous occasions, then she started bullying me with the race. Why you sound white? Why you talk white? Why this and that, blah, blah, blah. But you black. Why you act white? All this. And I'm like, you're like obsessed with me. Like you don't talk white. Are you insinuating that black people can't speak well? Because that's what it's giving, right? So we're in class, and there's a poem from Langston Hughes about different hues of black women, right? So now I'm in the back of the classroom. So she's like, yeah, not like them white people. White people are ugly. It's like something like that. So of course, I'm at an HBCU. I'm the only biracial there. I have very light skin. I could pass if I wanted to. And they all turn around and they look at me. I'm like, trying to hear this. You know, she's been bullying me, saying dumb for like 2 weeks now. Right. So she's like, no, but Amber, you're black. And at that point, see, they didn't put this in the show, the lead up to it. So it looks like I'm just overreacting because she said I was black, right? That's not the case. I'm like, girl, I have a whole white parent. It is very different. So then she's like, well, you're like me. You're mixed. And I said, no, I'm not. You're a Puerto Rican.
Right.
Both of your parents are Puerto Rican. Generationally down the line, the blacks and whites mixed, and then you became Puerto Rican. I understand the history, right? The difference between me and you is that I have a white parent and I have a black parent.
Right.
It's a whole different culture, sis. You don't know what you're talking about, so stop telling me who I am. And then she was like, you know what your problem is? You just want to be white. And I said, okay. So I just get up and I'm quiet. And I got to walk past her desk to get out the classroom. And she went like this, and I was like, whop. And
you fired on her?
I hit her with like a 6. It was like a 6-piece.
Damn.
Yeah. She has a history of violence.
She does.
What am I going to do? You're going to bully me and then beat me up? Are you dumb? I'm never going to let you do that to me.
You gonna get the first? You gonna get off first?
I'm going to get off first. And both my mom and dad was like, that's right. That's what you do. And my dad was like, you always get the first hit.
Always.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Well, there you heard that. Now, with this one, I'm just going to wait and see how it's going to play out. It's way too sensitive for me to be playing around with it. But Joseline did respond to say that she is now getting her lawyers involved. It seems like everything is now so tense and serious, and let's see how this case is going to play out. I did see some people defending Joseline in the comment section, saying that, well, on her shows she doesn't give the P-word vibes. If anything, she's just a boss B. And some people are like, are we talking about the same Joseline? Because we've seen how she's like with the girls, and we wouldn't put it past her to do something like this. And I am just looking like, wow, this is insane. Like, this is absolutely crazy. Yo, but anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about all of that. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the Smash family. It seems like the Smash family is back at it again. It has been peaceful in the streets all this while, because we haven't been seeing a lot of activity. I mean, Grandma Smurf would still pop out here and say a word or two. Papa Smurf is actually in jail right now. Grandpa Smurf and Grandma Smurf would have a little back and forth. But the sister wives Smurfs, they were not like the wife Smurfs. They were not out here fighting. It has been peaceful, okay? But I'm talking about the Blueface family, for those of you who are confused, in case you might have thought I'm talking about Cardi and Rihanna or DJ Khaled. No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Blueface and his family. But it seems like Krishan and Jaden have relapsed, you guys. They've gotten back to their old times where they drag each other by their blue lace fronts. All of this is actually being caused by, Krishan Rock getting married to Blueface. Jaden Alexis was not having it and was out here trolling Krishan on the internet because of that marriage, basically saying that she's a clown for getting married to this guy. And it's just a lot. When they start, it's paragraphs and paragraphs, and I'm just not going to read all of it. I will insert some of them. If you're a fast reader, you can read. If you want to pause, you can pause and read. But personally, I read some of those paragraphs, and Krishan sounds like TD Jakes. Yeah, it sounds like she's preaching or something. It sounds like this is AI that wrote some of her responses. I can't believe that's Krishan. But then again, people grow. So maybe this is her growth. She's in a big girl era. She's no longer fighting. She was giving Jaden quite some sound advice. She was like, "I used to be bitter too, but I'm not anymore. I understand your frustrations. Stay away from Kalisa. Kalisa is the bad apple in us. All of us are blue, but she's out here red. Why are you a red grandmother? Why can't you be a blue grandmother just like the rest of the family? You are using our children for clout, this and that." Like, it was a lot in that paragraph that she wrote Jaden. And it's certainly interesting. It seems like, well, you guys, brace yourselves, because for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be a back and forth. You know how they get once they start. The next thing you're going to see is Kalisa is going to be coming online, cussing all of them out. And then we have the Smurfs season 10 again. Anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Nicki Minaj. It seems like there is somebody out there who wishes they could work with Nicki Minaj when it comes to acting. And this actor is basically expressing that, well, he has been pitching that he would like to have a collaboration with Nicki Minaj in as far as acting is concerned. And he does say that when he writes his own next film, he is going to actually make a scene to write a part for Nicki Minaj. And yeah, I feel like as a multi-talented person, we need to see, because she did study acting. So let's see more of you on the big screen. I personally would be very here for it, because I'm not a fan of whatever is going on right now in the female rap space, as you may have picked. I don't like it when people piggy bank on other people's hard work like that, and I just don't like that vibe. So at this point, I'm not mad if she stays as far away as from music as she can. If she can focus on acting and let them have their moments with their boats and stuff like that, I would be very happy for that, because no more creating fake beef with Nicki Minaj in 2025. Do your own thing. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, we are going to be talking about Kanye West. It seems like Kanye West is letting us know that he was jealous of Drake all this while. And at this point, I don't know if this is supposed to be him seriously giving Drake his props, or if he's out there shading Drake, because this is what he wrote. He said, "I saw a video of Drake walking through his house and showing he had a library of rhyme books. Man, I wish I could have seen and remembered this when my jealousy overtook me. I love Drake. I must say this. When I pass away, I need you to speak at me. I need you to speak at my funeral. Okay, that's what. Okay, my funeral. And so some fans are saying this is him admitting that he was jealous of Drake, and some people are saying that, well, he is throwing shade because he's saying that Drake has had to rely on rhyming books, so that he can write anything. But some people who also know a thing or two about the craft are like, well, there's nothing embarrassing about having such books because a lot of the best writers actually started from there. So let me know what you think about it. Do you really think that he was admitting that it's all just jealousy that made him go against Drake? Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, LeBron James. It seems like LeBron James is out here. I don't know if I should say showing love to Drake, or if I should say, trolling Drake, because you guys know that recently the two of them have not been seeing eye to eye. But recently he decided to use Drake's sound of his song when he posted a picture of his son. And of course, Drake fans are like, no, now you're trying to switch back to Drake, and some people feel like he's trolling, and some people are saying that, well, he's just a fan of the music, and it's Drake who confused himself into thinking that their relationship was deeper than just somebody who loves music. That's what people are saying. So they are saying it is all on Drake for not being able to read the room and see that this is not his bestie, this is just somebody who loves everyone. And when I tell you that a friend to everyone is a friend to none, you guys say that I'm childish. But I know this for a fact, okay? If you see somebody who's way too personal, too cool with every single person, and there's no loyalty involved, like it could be if they cannot pick, if asked to pick. I don't mess with people like that. Those are dangerous people, because if we're just gonna be acquaintances from afar, let us be that. Okay, you don't need to come too much into my space to know my personal stuff and then turn around and, because it takes privilege to get to know somebody's personal details, right? You are presenting yourself as a very close friend, so you get information that other people don't get. And when it comes to loyalty, you want to have the loyalty that these other regular people have. You cannot even, have strong loyalty as somebody who has access to me that somebody else doesn't have. But anyway, let me stop preaching about friendship. If you want to hear more about my preachings, you're welcome to subscribe to my other channels. But on that channel, I promise you, I'm not calling anyone by the nicknames. I'm being nice. I'm being, I'm being a full walk queen. And I'm okay. Until my next one, you guys, see you.